Okay, today in this video, we're going to talk about my research into reloading for the 10.35 by 47 millimeter Italian Verily cartridge. Now this is the cartridge that goes in the Italian Verily 1870/87 rifle, okay, which we all know and love. I've made some attempts on doing some reloading, but ran into a snag. And basically what it is, the old single shot rifles, and I believe the carbines, which I have too, are chambered in a slightly different cartridge than when this gun was later modified with a magazine and used a certain type of ammo. Now these guns kind of stayed in service up till World War I. They were being passed around. So when you study the book, I haven't quite gone over them. I don't have an original single shot to show you the differences. They're quite rare. But this gun, this one's one of the ones that had the date ground off, so it could have been one that's been reworked from an original single shot. They changed the rear sight on these from the original single shot ones, and there's a reason. That means they changed the ammo. So let's look what came in the box today, and I'll tell you how I go about figuring these things out. Okay, we're going to open up the box. It came UPS today. And look at what we had in here. Ooh, double wrap. Alright. We have a box of original ammunition. Zoom in a little here. Okay, it has been opened. I already know that. Let's look. 1891, I guess, the stamp from the fragments. I believe it's 1891, so I'm going to try to repair that. Somebody has opened this up. Look inside, cloth and everything, a little bit more corroded than I thought. But there we go. All right. Here's the outside. We'll take a look. 1878, 87. So that's the markings, DC, whatever that means. Stamping there. Basically, that's about it, I believe, in terms of markings. The seal in this is broken off, but still the cardboard in that. I will kind of put this together, but that's what we got. And here we have some original rounds. Now, I did not buy these to shoot them in the rifle. I bought these to tear one apart. It's what I do in my research, is to take one of these cartridges apart and then examine the projectile. As you notice, I do not believe these are lead. These are jacketed bullets. Okay? So, hold on a second. Let me try to clean something up here. Okay, examining the bullets, and oh, I see that's really going to do well. But looking at it, it says CD on one of these, or GD, and C-90 is the only thing on the rim. Now, I am going to wait until I get a moment and take one of these apart, take measurements and that. But I'm going to see the diameter of the bullet. Now, why would I do this? I'm not going to shoot these. I'm not going to try to reload these or whatever. But I'd like to take the cartridge apart and understand what they were using. I believe this is what it is. You can get some information in cartridges of the world, but I found that cartridges of the world, there are discrepancies. If you go look at the dimensions in cartridges of the world and go, there are two sites. One is in Spanish and one is in German. The German site gives you case dimensions and things like that, maybe a bullet dimension. But it's awful difficult to get the exact specification of the cartridge, even a fancy book. He kind of glances over the ammo, but he doesn't give you specifications needed to make the ammunition. This is why I go out of my way to accumulate these things, and I try, if possible, to get an original cartridge, disassemble it, then make measurements on it, and try to replicate it, okay? This is what your support money goes to. When you send me that $1 a month or $5 or something, it goes to do this. Because this basically cost me something like $75 for this box with the shipping and everything. Something around there. But now I have a halfway decent cartridge in an example, so I can examine it from 1891 and know exactly for sure what the hell they're doing. I can take my own measurements other than relying on these different sources, and some of it's in metric and then it gets converted wrong or it's typed in wrong. And like I said, this was the final type of ammo used in the rifles, okay? I have experimented with a healed bullet, which is an exact replica of the early single shot style cartridge, but doesn't jive up to this. And what I'm going to do is try to get as close as I possibly can a replica of this projectile to use in the rifles and do that. So I will be making another video once I examine this closer and take it apart. I'll show you how I disassemble it. We'll measure the powder, see what kind of powder is in there, measure the type of powder, and take dimensions of the case itself as a live round. And in that way I will have that and then give you the information. I'll make a video of me taking one of these apart. But as you see, I do a lot of research into these things. Kind of want to look at you while I'm talking to you. Yes, so like I said, I do a lot of research. I put a lot of time, money, and effort into doing this to produce these videos and give you accurate information that gets you results. Okay? There's really no way, I don't think we can exactly replicate this ammo, but we can get close enough to where that gun will shoot fairly well. Kind of like what I did with the .43 Spanish. Okay, I tried going with traditional this and that. Didn't quite do a black powder load, but I ended up with something that gets results. And it's from trial and error, experimentation, and research and looking into it. So now that I have one of these, I'll get it out of the case and look at it, and already I can tell it looks like a stepped bullet. The nose is narrow, there's a step here, but we'll take a closer look and get to the bottom of this and see if I can find something to replicate this and get us out there shooting our Italian veterans. Okay, Thank you for watching. I'd like to thank all the people who are continuously sending the support, even though I'm not working a lot on the type of things they're interested in. And also, if you feel the need for support, there will be links down here at the bottom. You can do Patreon, which I think is a waste of time. That's kind of dying out, but that's the one where you send $1 or something a month, or send it through the link to my PayPal money pool if you feel the need to contribute. And thank you.